Next, from the snowfall, then the freezing temps and black ice. Tonight, a new concern for drivers out there.
How's the weather treating you?
Beautiful.
You don't mind the cold?
I love it.
Why?
It's El Paso.
For those of you not forced to deal with the driving conditions, you're telling us how much you actually enjoyed all of this change. And get ready for another change. This one might actually make us happy, Nichole.
We are no longer under first alert, but it will be another cold start to the morning. We'll talk about those numbers coming up in Storm Track Weather.
And also others driving across Texas caught in an ugly mess on the freeway just east of El Paso. Drivers stranded for hours. It's all next on ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
It is cold, just not as cold as yesterday.
And for that very reason, our Storm Track weather team lifted the ABC-7 first alert this afternoon. New tonight, roads closed because of the weekend weather. They are open once again, like Trans Mountain and Scenic Drive. They were closed over the weekend because of the snow and ice. Still be careful overnight. We could see some patchy fog rolling into the borderland. Just be aware. Hello, everybody. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp. Let's get right to the one and only storm tracker, Nichole Gomez. So what is in store for us next? We saw the cold, the snow. Please tell us. Better news on the horizon, maybe?
A little warmer tomorrow, but we're still
Okay.
dealing with cold temperatures. But as you mentioned, Bob, we could see some fog tomorrow morning, so just be prepared for that. Temperatures were below average today, but coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about those numbers and when we can gradually see that warm up. That's coming up, Bob.
I love to hear that warm up. It is cold out there. Thanks, Nichole. ABC-7 and Text out with live traffic coverage for you tonight. Again, the fog could come in overnight, so right now it doesn't appear that the roads are anything dangerous out there, so just be aware that the conditions could change overnight. So right now it looks pretty good. And also the weather made for really bad driving conditions though on I-10 heading east out of El Paso. Some people got stuck on frozen highways. Ready for this? Hours, up to 12 hours.
We left at 4 in the morning, and we've stranded here for about 4 hours.
Well, that is El Paso and Paula Avila describing the situation at I-10 about an hour's drive east of Fort Stockton. Our newsroom took several phone calls today from frustrated drivers they told us were waiting for TxDOT crews to arrive. Well, this all happened on I-10 East at mile marker 191. That's near the I-20 interchange, where 4 inches of ice was reported on I-10 and I-20. Tonight, though, we can tell you all is back to normal. One of our viewers, Roland Lucetto, shared this video with us. He took his Jeep off-roading to avoid the mess, and he says he made it safely to Odessa. Well, Texas officials are saying that traffic on part of I-10 was backed up for 13 miles. And this was all Sunday night when people pretty much got stuck in their vehicles. As we told you, some said 4 hours, others said up to 12 hours because of all that ice on the freeway.
However, we did see cars going and coming back, so we thought that might have been like an old board message from yesterday. So we just continued, and it was moving, but then it just stalled and stopped, and there were no additional signs that we saw.
Yeah, saying a little forewarning would have helped them out. Again, all is back to normal on I-10 near the I-20 interchange, but what a mess it was earlier today. A Montana Avenue just in front of police headquarters here in El Paso was also a mess yesterday into half of today. A water main break shut down Montana at Raynard, but the street has since reopened. It got cleared about 1 o'clock this afternoon, so all is good tonight. You might be surprised, though, to learn there was not a spike in car accidents in El Paso because of the snow. The fire department saying it's because they were all ready. There were 66 reported car wrecks during El Paso's winter storm this weekend, and apparently that's average. Well, the fire department is telling us the city's Office of Emergency Management started preparing for the storm last Wednesday. The city prioritized overpasses and roads that led to hospitals and fire stations so firefighters could report to duty and make it to work. And TxDOT pre-treated highways like I-10 and US 54. The biggest hazards were downed electrical wires taken down by the snow. There were more than 24 calls about downed wires, and 8 of them led to electrical fires.
The El Paso Fire Department is prepared to work 24/7, 365, regardless of what the weather's like. Whether it's hot, cold, dry, a snow, a storm, it's regular operations for us. We just have to adapt what we do.
Before a big snowstorm, the fire department checks all the units and makes sure they have enough antifreeze and their tire chains are working properly so they can actually navigate through the snow. Well, carports are supposed to protect you and your cars from all the elements, right? This time the elements won. Take a look at this video. A heavy set of snow piled up on top of the carport near Montana and Reynolds, causing it to buckle and fall on the ground. Thankfully, though, nobody was underneath it at the time. Hey, travelers were stuck in long lines at El Paso International Airport this morning, with a high number of travelers leaving El Paso today and bad weather in other connecting cities. Widespread delays were reported in and out of El Paso International, including a 9:55 Southwest flight to Austin tonight on a 25-minute delay. But take a look. We have some information if you are expecting people into town tonight. The 9:30 Southwest flight arriving into El Paso from Las Vegas is on a 30-minute delay. The 9:30 United flight from Denver will get here an hour late. The 10:45 American flight from Dallas is 2 hours delayed. And the American Airlines flight from Chicago set to land at 10:52. That's an hour and a half late. And also an hour and a half late, the United flight from Houston that was supposed to land at 10:42. Now, for information on all those delays and other flights from any major U.S. airport, just visit KVIA.com right now. All you have to do is click on the travel icon at the top of our homepage. You'll also find the latest updates on Texas and New Mexico road conditions as well. So on top of all that stress, though, El Paso International Airport had a power outage at the ticket desks today. But thankfully, everything's okay tonight. That's because backup generators got things up and running within a few minutes, so no flights were affected by that outage. Now, keep in mind, we issued the ABC-7 first alert, and we did it last Tuesday, a full 4 days before the snow hit. And this morning, we were tracking freezing temps and black ice. By noon, though, the sun was out and things started to melt, clearing the way for El Pasoans, like these folks, to have fun outside. And then the Eastwood High School girls soccer team. They were set to practice, but instead they practiced their cleaning skills. And thanks to all of you for sharing your winter weather pictures with us over the weekend. We've compiled hundreds and hundreds of photos into a slideshow right now at KVIA.com. It is in our top story section. You can find a link called View Your Photos of the Post-Christmas 2015 Snowstorm. But of course, we are going to show you a couple here live on ABC-7 at 9. Nichole, how about this picture? This is from Mandy in Northeast El Paso. Look at the mountains. Gorgeous shot.
It looks like a painting.
It does.
So pretty.
And we have one more. I'll let you do the honors here.
And this one is from Rada Juarez. Oh, that's even better. Oh my goodness. That doesn't even look like El Paso.
I know.
That looks like northeast, like New England area.
I'm telling you, right? Like Vermont or something. We had so many pictures to go through. I told our graphics artist, Michelle, can you just pick some? I can't choose. I couldn't decide.
So you leave Michelle to do the dirty work.
Yes.
They're all nice, though.
I know they are. Michelle, great job. Thank you very much. Now, Nichole, what are we tracking for tonight?
Cold temperatures and, of course, the possibility of freezing fog, Bob. Although we're not tracking any snow right now, there's still a lot left over, a lot of it melting. So, of course, that can lead to dangerous conditions out on the roadways. But let's talk about our temperatures today at the El Paso International Airport. Well below average, 39 degrees, 33 in Las Cruces, 38 TRC, and 32 was the high today in Ruidoso. Now, our weekend snowfall, 8.1 inches at the El Paso International Airport, and that makes the 6th heaviest snow day at the airport. So yes, that was a big deal this weekend. Now, we're still dealing with those very cold temperatures overnight. Again, check on your family members, bring your pets inside, and protect your plants and, of course, the pipes as well. But we do have the possibility to see freezing fog overnight. Notice at 5 o'clock in the morning, most of the fog around TRC here in El Paso and Las Cruces. So be careful as you're driving to work tomorrow morning. Right now, Las Cruces, 23 degrees. We're at 35 in El Paso, so we're not below that freezing point just yet in El Paso, but we will get there overnight. It'll be another cold night. Again, we could see fog tomorrow morning, but we are tracking more sunshine tomorrow and warmer temperatures. We'll talk about your forecast temperatures and even what you can expect for New Year's Eve and day coming up in your full storm track weather forecast. Bob?
All right, thanks so much, Nichole. In other news tonight, an 18-year-old is in critical condition right now. Southern Park police saying Rafael Cervantes was shot by an officer after he allegedly held his family hostage and threatened them with a knife late last night. Now, state police saying this all began after a family fight on the 800 block of Cedar Park Avenue near Artcraft, just west of El Paso. When Southern Park police officers got to the house, they say Cervantes was holding a woman and a child hostage inside a car parked in the home's driveway. Cervantes allegedly ignored police orders and tried to run away. State police tell us that's when the Southern Park police officer shot Cervantes. We spoke to the neighbors shortly after.
I was in my room and I was like watching TV, and then like I heard this loud boom boom, like it was like a shotgun or something.
But it's a quiet neighborhood. I mean, I was kind of surprised there was a shooting.
Those neighbors reacting to our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom today. Rafael Cervantes, by the way, like I said, in critical condition. He's over at UMC tonight, and the Southern Park police officer who was involved in that is now on administrative leave. We also have some new information tonight on yesterday's mobile home fire on the 6100 block of Sun Valley Drive in northeast El Paso. A man pulled out of the fire did not survive. The fire department tells us 32-year-old Alejandro Sainz died while being treated at University Medical Center. A dog was also found inside the home, and it did not survive as well. The fire department is looking into what could have started that fire. Well, also out of northeast El Paso in the same area, if you went to Andrews High School or if you know anything about high school football in El Paso, then you probably know the name Alan Sepkowitz. Tonight, an update on the city's winningest high school football coach and a man I've always looked up to personally. Coach had brain surgery last week. Things, though, are looking pretty good for him so far. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. Nichole?
Another cold start to the morning, but what can you expect for the rest of your work week? I'll have that answer in Storm Track Weather.
And also, Nichole, we cannot say this enough. Thank you to all of our viewers for sending your videos and your pictures of that post-Christmas snowfall.
Because we always want to see you on the CW.
We do.
You and the family had a lot of fun building snowmen and women, and you showed us on the KVIA.com Facebook page.
Yeah, we're also going to show you the rest of the Borderlands snow people because they're your pictures. And Nichole, we have the best viewers.
We absolutely do.
We love you guys. Also, we will leave you with a couple more of these pictures. And if you can't wait, go to our website, check out these pictures, or stand by. Will we see you on the CW? Find out.